loves, welcome to the Modern Witch Network. Airess here, and today we're going to be doing another classic pickup. With that in mind, today's reading is mainly focused on how many blessings are coming your way in the remainder of 2022 and when can you expect them, right? So essentially we have here 4 cards with 4 different ocean quartzes, stones that I have picked this year, or picked along the ocean shore this year. Picked up, let's better get say. So anyway, the cards that are going to represent each of the piles we have here, for pile number 1, vinegar, pile number 2, Uranus, pile number 3, the drowned king, and pile number 4, the sun. So take a deep breath, guys, and go ahead to intuitively pick your card, and I will meet you in our piles that you've selected. Alrighty, ciao. Hello, pile number 1. Let's get started. Let's have some fun with pile number 1. You guys chose this honestly beautiful yellow and green card, which represents one of the alchemist's ingredients, vinegar, not symbols. And then you guys also picked this ocean, soothed, toned stone. It's something that I've sat down with and meditated with personally because I really do enjoy that stone. So with that being said, I am going to read what the actual book says on vinegar because it is such an interesting card to come out. Oh, and I'm looking at my clock right now. It's 3:33. So 333 might be significant to you guys. It's definitely an angel number. You can't ignore that. So anyway, acetum, vinegar, which is the words in regards to acidity, distillation, and memory. Interesting. So the tongue knows vinegar. Even the suggestion of receiving a few drops into the mouth reminds us of vinegar's sour and lip-puckering qualities. In alchemy, vinegar serves as an active agent of distillation, fermentation, and preservation. It is incredibly useful when applied in the right amounts and with intention. Might I just interrupt? Similarly to salt, you add it to increase flavor and zest, but you can't add too much. Like, it is a small amount, so something to be said. This said, it can be easily overused and overwhelming. The situation at hand. When the vinegar card is present in a reading, it indicates a sour note permeates the laboratory. It is likely something from the past is showing up in the present and demanding our attention. It is in vinegar's nature to take over, to overwhelm. Be cautious with this material, because a little goes a long way. As they say, it is productive to look at your past, but not to stare. Such is the complex energy of vinegar. So guys, I want to also point out that this is on page 155. So the number 15 or the double number 55 could be significant to you, but like, you're already getting quite a good deal of synchronicities just in the numerological aspect of your reading. Now, the interesting part of what the message in the book is little goes a long way, right? Like, not to not observe the pungentness or the vividness that comes, but to not take on too much. So I feel like that also when regards to blessings, there is going to be a lot. There are certainly going to be a lot of blessings in your way, but to not take them and go overindulge with them, right? So some other points that are mentioned in the book is, with such distinct qualities, vinegar can act as a surprising trump card. Yeah, so this isn't a bad sign. This is actually like a balance card, which is how the whole universe works, is balance. So it's like, hey, you're going to get the essence of that powerfully, but to be also aware that it is a powerful card. Anyway, it sets a tone for all others that are present. It's sour and cannot be ignored. as well as the vinegar card may be used as a helpful ally in the laboratory to identify a memory that's causing trouble or grief. It is a wonderful means of distillation. Okay, so that actually reminds me. There might be memories, you might be called on to ask if, okay, sorry. I had this thought initially, I forgot to mention it. What I'm getting the energy about for you guys is you're not really able to clarify with yourself what type of blessings you would like to have in your life, like what would make you happy. I think you're a little bit in the fog about that. And what's very interesting is that memory comes back to us in so many different ways, right? Like visuals, sounds, smells, tastes, right? So in regards to the taste factor, I feel like this is being a calling to go try some new foods even. Like maybe try some foods too that remind you of home, bring you back to that childhood days. So that way you could be more reflective on like what type of mindset you were as a child. Because usually back when we're fresh from the other side, we're pretty clear as to what our soul's intentions for this lifetime are. But a lot of following your heart, and that'll develop into answers for you. Another message that was brought up in the book that I think is also very important is in the factor of growth and growing from our past, and that there is a lot of clarity that can come from looking back at different actions and memories that took you over, or that you feel like there's areas for growth on, but not to look at them in a sense that you should feel guilty or you should feel bad for any actions. It's more so just like lessons from old mistakes, because there's really no such thing as mistakes, if I'm making any sense to anybody. But really, yeah, in little doses, reflection, especially upon the self and past behaviors, would go a long way. And always remember to be very gentle with yourself in those processes, right? So vinegar, interesting. I also really, right out the gate, I'm getting heart chakra energy and solar plexus energy. And I feel like those two, obviously solar plexus is all about the creative powerhouse. That's where a lot of our imaginative ideas and inspired actions, that's like kind of that area, when that's flowing and going, that's how that's grooving. And the heart space, potentially underrated in the eyes of the novice, but could be very highly respected as the most powerful manifester and connected, powerful energy producer, right? It's the heart chakra. To that point, heart and solar plexus, it would probably behoove you at this time, especially since you were called to this calling card in these colors, to be working on those two areas most specifically. Right, I'm getting for the next 4 weeks, and that should really help kickstart a lot of things for you, okay? Something to do with gold, too. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into your tarot cards. Guys, I have my illuminated playing card deck, or tarot deck, as they say, which is probably one of my favorite decks to go to. I just love the way it feels. I love all the imagery. There's a sun and a moon deck. So I'm thinking we're going to do a little bit of both, just for synchronicity says purposes. So if you guys don't mind bearing with me, we will live shuffle here. Okay. This one kind of wanted to come out. So we'll see what he has to say after the fact. Okay. So this one wanted to come out showing face, which we're always, we got two here that came out. Okay, interesting. King of Swords. Oops. Two already fell out again. King of Swords is a powerful, confident, knowledgeable speaker of the truth, right? So much so, like, to be speaker of the truth at times, I mean, it is definitely takes a lot of power to do. It's not easy. Not everybody is enjoying of the truth and doesn't look at you as a nice guy, but that doesn't matter to you because you know the truth. is the only thing to set yourself free. It's a high vibrational state to be in. Lies keep you sick. That is also a vibrational law of fact, how that stuff works. So, to that point, I find that very interesting because it's almost like that shocking, that pungent, that same energy, that same flavors type that this initial calling card is getting at. That is the sharp truth essence of vinegar, of the King of Swords, right? Oh my goodness, very powerful. That's like immediately out the gate. This is a very powerful time for you guys, pile number 1. Very powerful. I mean, immediately I'm getting the Capricorn energy too. So you could have Capricorn in your chart somewhere, probably sun, moon, or rising. But this is a time where you, pile number 1, are stepping into your truth, shocking others as it may be. You don't care because you know confidently, or you soon will know confidently, that there is just no other way, right? Okay, so let's get to the other cards here. Let's start up here. Oh my God. Now guys, this is the Queen of Swords or Queen of Spades, and this is the King of Swords. And these are 2 different decks, I'm pretty sure. Yep, this is why I use both of them, because the synchronicities are just like uncanny. Wow. That just only confirms the swiftness too of this blessing, right? So the blessings here that you guys can expect very quickly. I mean, honestly, I'm getting the sense like, oh, and it's 343 as well on my clocks. It's another mirrored number, which is high key portal time. August is very much said. I'm filming this on the 6th of August. 8/8 is a very powerful portal time for the remainder of 2022. I don't believe there's a more powerful one than like when the sign's in its sun and Leo is in the sun. So anyway, I'm getting this summertime. I'm getting, you will be recognized as a leader in whatever area you go. It doesn't have to be just one area. It could be as many areas of life that you feel like stepping to the plate, being the point person, and holding on to those, not only holding on, but sharing these truths. And it's going to be a powerfully invigorating time. It's going to empower you to continue on. It's going to be very motivating for you, and you're going to help and motivate so many people. Congratulations, pile 1, because this is seriously a powerful effect that you are going to have on the surrounding people around you. And with heart chakra energy too, this is an effective talent of yours that's going to effectively reach the collective, because it's something that your soul was meant to do. So not only are you going to be recognized as a leader speaking these truths, but you're going to be also, you're following your passion, you're following your heart. Whether you know that this is a destiny for you is to be a prominent and profound speaker, just be aware that that's in the cards. That's what your soul has signed on for, and that's what you're going to be stepping into. And you can really have that just about as much as now as you want. Because with 2 swords, court swords, king and a queen swords, you must understand that the swiftness is exceedingly relevant. It is all over this. All over this. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, I'm feeling called to pull from another deck as well, which is the Wandering Star Tarot deck. Just for some clarity. Okay, well, how about that fun? I used to not pull all the cards that just like came smacked out in a pack, but I realized that that was not fair of me to determine what Spirit wanted to say, whether I thought it was allowed or not. So there needs to be clarity upon this. Because this is definitely one blessing that's going to unfold into many blessings for you guys, but interesting. We got the under the deck, the World. Miraculous, pile number 1. Miraculous. Yeah, with the heart chakra energy and the solar plexus energy, you're going to be in your creative zone. You're going to be connecting with your soul tribe. This is a collective consciousness effect. And like I said, with the World being on the bottom of your deck here. Who's popping out? What a beautiful Justice. Interesting. Okay, Pile number 1. Let's look at a few more cards here. 6 of Pentacles. Wow. Your words are gonna seriously hit home for so many people that you're gonna enliven and invigorate. I want to say the world. I want to say the world. So I'm very excited for you guys, pile number 1. That's absolutely incredible. You're going to, the words you're going to bring to others are going to invigorate and empower them to live their lives more abundantly, right? And with the 7 of Cups or the 7 of Hearts, the world is your oyster. You can choose however and whomever and whichever many ways and destinations to take this blessing of yours, which is an innate born skill to communicate powerfully and profoundly. You can take it any direction you'd like, but just so you know, almost every single direction is going to be as abundant as you can hope for, right? Oh gosh, 7-7. Sorry. I don't know why I felt like doing that, but 7 on 7 is a pretty lucky jackpot number. Interesting. So 7 of Wands, definitely curating and building at this time, co-creating. Ooh. If you're not familiar with this, which I'm just not really getting the sense of, if you're not familiar with the fact that you are a powerful communicator, that you are someone who can powerfully speak their way into the truths of anything, like you are very convincing. If you didn't know any of these things, I'm not getting the sense of that though with the 4 of Hearts reverse, because this card talks about not seeing the blessings in front of you, but that's not true. You see all angles of this, or that will be the clarity that comes to you. Whew. Here we have the Fool. Wow, another powerful card. Beautiful as it may be too. Seriously beautiful. This card depicts that this is going to take you on a whole whirlwind of a new journey. So buckle up. Buckle in. Ooh. Temperance. Quite an energetic magician. Okay. Wow, guys. Seeing fame, too, coming up for you, which only makes sense if you're going to be helping the collective as it so was, as it were, right? And that's not to say that this isn't going to make you come up with people who have difference of opinions, right? Because being the one with as much clarity as the one who holds the swords, they can be a little sharp. They can be a little tough to hear. But understand that by giving somebody the gift of the truth, you're no longer letting them sit in the darkness of a lie. Yeah, right? Yeah. It's a very uplifting skill that you prominently possess. So don't be discouraged by any type of debate that comes your way, people who try to counteract what you say. Stand strong in what you know, because you know this within your core. It's a soul truth to you. So speak about them, right? And it's going to become, I'm getting a lot of passions though. I'm getting you have 5 to 7 blessings that will come of this profound communicative ability of yours, right? And I can't even put a date on this, when to expect and enjoy these blessings, because I want to say you can have them now. You can have them now. I want to also mention that for your pile number 1, that when I flipped through this book for your calling card, I flipped open to the Sun first and then to Vinegar, which talks about summer, excuse me, not the sun. The literal card that said summer in this book, which to me, I want you guys to know that means right now. We're literally in summer, or whenever you're watching this, you can expect the blessings to be in summer. But I really hope you guys understand that Spirit is highly highlighting, highly pushing and urging towards you guys stepping up with all your truths, right? It's going to alchemize your reality, especially with the Temperance card here. And I want to call for one last blessing for you guys. We're going to use the Tree Magic Oracle. Oh, this one card just already fell out. Good news. Oh, beautiful. Success arrives with perseverance. No mountain is too high for you to climb. Wow. Good news. Maybe people don't really respond well, so you shut off your skills. I'm not sure. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting, but you're hearing this. You're starting to hear, and you're starting to see the world respond pretty positively around you, even though at first it may not come that way. Just also a truth that I hold on to is true geniuses were a lot of the time misunderstood at first, and then they were called geniuses, right? Then the rest of the world caught on. They were a little ahead of their time. So what you're saying, don't be discouraged when others don't follow suit right away, or maybe some debate. Your truth is truth. Debate away. We always love to know if there's more. You know, I don't want to be ignorant, so if I'm wrong, please let me know, right? But if it's solidly the truth, hopefully we can talk about it and get there. Okay, so we have the teak tree. At first I thought that said the speak tree, which was about to say, like, what? Ooh, and look at the symbolism of that red bird. Communication, flight, right? High perspectives. So the unswerving direction of your inner being is that of self-renewal. Begin anew at every ending. Kind of like the void energy. Wow, so good news and superiority. Yeah, we definitely got leader vibes from pile number 1 with the world at the bottom of the deck with, what's this? 2 major arcanas and then all these court cards, king and queen, 2 king cards. I could go on, I really could, but I really want you guys to understand that speaking your truth, being all of that, honestly, all of that, and that there are a lot of truths in this world that are misrepresented or misunderstood that you're here to clarify for, and you're going to be respected as a superiority, a figure of superiority, right? You're going to be a leader of your community, if not recognized around the world as somebody who's done good for the world. So the world needs more people like you, pile number 1. Don't shy away from it. If it speaks to your heart, go for it, right? Your heart never lies. So pile number 1, enjoy your blessings now, okay? It was an absolute pleasure. I will see you in another reading. Ciao for now. Bye. Hello, pile number 2s. Welcome to the Modern Witch Network and welcome to your reading. So, for you guys, you all picked your calling card to be Uranus, right? And this it's covered in a few lines. It's this smooth tone gray ocean quartz that I picked, right? Okay, so right off the bat with Uranus, I don't know if y'all were drawn to all the rainbow colors. I don't know if y'all were drawn to the lightning or what about it. Maybe it was the name, but blessings and many of them. And it's not really your call because I'm getting a lot of God's will is also enacting in these blessings that are unfolding for you. So it's more of take a back seat and watch in awe is the vibe I'm getting from you guys. So lots of blessings and definitely blessings. I mean, miracle type blessings with the rainbow and with the lightning. I also, so I'm going to read, from this the Calling Cards actual guidebook. And I'm going to read the card for you. But when I was flipping to Uranus, I also got Jupiter, which is a planet of expansion and fortune and abundance. So you guys, right off the bat, could be partaking in witchcraft and astrology and more focus on the astrology aspect. And if you guys are starting to develop your practical modern witch aesthetic, your practice, right? Congratulations. We love that here. We really love that here. So that's definitely the vibe I'm getting. And if that's you guys, that's another confirmation for you for this pile. Okay, so Uranus. When Uranus strikes, we are in for a surprise, not in the outer world, but in ourselves. What wasn't possible before is possible now, thanks to Uranus and its abilities to shatter our perceptions. It's 4:10 right now on the clock as I am reading this sentence. I don't know if the number 41 has any significance to you, but I'm feeling called to say that. This shift in perspective or identity brings newfound freedom and opens up dormant energy. For an alchemist, this may be experienced as a long-awaited aha moment or a sudden stroke of genius. Also love that. Inventions and innovations are born under Uranus energy. This card may also appear to show us what is particularly unique about us or another. A seemingly random or idiosyncratic quality may end up being the secret ingredient needed in the laboratory. The alchemist knows this radical energy isn't sustainable, and so the work is to show up each day whether or not Uranus strikes. So another energy I'm also getting from you guys' pile is you might be scientists right now or environmentalists working on sustainability matters. That really stuck out to me, and laboratory really stuck out to me. So you guys might be looking at fuels, you might be looking at air quality. And as I said, air quality, a fly flew right by me. So those seem to be, there are exceedingly relevant and helpful people and jobs that we need. I myself am currently a scientist, big lover of Mother Earth, right? This is home for all and everyone, and where all the magic takes place. And maybe even just for this, you will have your eureka moment. Maybe for all of this efforts, Gaia is going to be rewarding you, right? Our home mother Gaia, and it's going to be one of those jaw-dropping. The synchronicities are leading you somewhere right now. I'm being called to say that. But yeah, so the 3 words also associated with Uranus are awakening, brilliance, and individualism. So you also might be fellow Aquariuses like I, who are totally looking out for humanity and the future of humanity and this earth that humanity inhabits. Maybe inhibits, we're trying to get ourselves out of our own way here. So people like you, God wants to succeed. There is absolutely no reason why you don't deserve infinite blessings. Not just a couple, not just a handful, infinite, right? I'm being called to draw the infinity symbol on my paper. So, and infinity turned sideways is 8. 8 is the number of abundance. So hear that out. Don't get attached to Uranus's energy. It can lead to a relentless or chasing of inspiration, always looking for the next big thing. So take its medicine as an occasional blessing. Interesting. So I'm also getting the vibe of ebbs and flows, right? That's how everything flows in the laws of the universe. And flow has its peaks and it has its troughs. It's up and down. And when you ride the wave, you appreciate every moment when you're in the high, and you can even appreciate every moment when you're in the low, because you learn so much even from those lows, right? And then you also don't hit low lows like you used to hit. So anyway, I'm digressing. My point being, that might just be something to consider. The go deeper part of this read here is read the poem Ego Tripping by Nikki Giovanni, and to ponder the opposite perspective. I'm seeing the Hangman card right now. It's also 414 on my clock as well. 414 is just it's a mirror number, right? Looking at you might be sitting in structure right now, but looking at these other posing or the opposite structures in front of you and see it from their perspective. How do they function and how do they not function properly? Once you understand from their perspective, once you have that point of view, you can easily, you know, it takes one to know one. And when you know one, you can evolve one, you can stop one, right? For knowledge of weak points. But perspective is key. I'm very much a believer of that. So anyway, Uranus is aligned with the story of Prometheus, the god of fire. Consider his myth and relate it to your own story. In what instances have you been Prometheus-like? Okay, I'll leave you guys to ponder with that. All right, so I also have one of my favorite playing card tarot decks because it's like twisted into two. And this is the illuminated cards. I'm going to be using the moon and the sun version of the deck. I mean, they're just beautiful, right? Wait till you see the artwork. All right. Anyway, I use both because the synchronicity just hits harder because they're pretty much the same exact decks, just played differently. Okay. Wow. Just so y'all can see that. Look at the balance, the mirror, like the reflect. Oh, wow. But so you have here the King of Diamonds. I'm sorry, I was just like too blown away to even say what it was. My bad. This is the King of Diamonds, also known as the King of Pentacles, and he is Zen. Whew. Which I love that for you guys. I really do feel like to repeat the fact that you guys are entering some type of self-love, life of your dreams, crafting type of process in life right now. I really see that for you. And wow, another abundance confirmation. Prayers answered from above with this hand gracing down all this rainbow auric light onto this peaceful mind that is also accessing the information below. This is all, you guys are very powerful, pile number 2. I don't know if you are familiar with what that, yeah, you're just already sitting in your power. So please now. Okay, so Spirit, how many blessings can pile number 2 look to expect in these next few endeavors here for their future? Change, baby. Change, my loves. We got the Tower. Once again, look at the artwork. It's not the most like amazing, but it's still pretty cool. All right. And maybe some wins, but also Spirit, if there's any more blessings you want to share with pile number 2s at this time. Oh my gosh. It came out. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's why I use this deck for myself too, guys. It's just like, Also, another reason I feel, if you're curious as to why I don't flip them all over, is because I just like to put them in certain places too without knowing what they are. And for me, that really helps. And when they show themselves, I'm not going to say like, no, go back over because I've seen you, right? But we have the Sun with the Sun version of this deck. So that just plays its own little fun part. I've learned not to take these cards that pile pop out. They hold their own very strong messages. I know sometimes it's a lot, but all right. So, I forgot to even check the bottom of the deck energy for the last one, but for this one, mirrored, once again, this card's art is a mirror, and it's the 10 of Cups, or the 10 of Diamonds, 10 of Pentacles. Absolute wish fulfillment, absolute abundance. It's just really joyous time coming up for you guys. Could be the next 10 weeks, because I'm seeing 7, which like hits me up as weeks. So 10 being next to that 7. Over the next 10 weeks, you're going to be getting very illuminated upon what exactly is coming your way. I don't think it's something that you can really actively participate in so much, these blessings, but it's more so just skills of yours that you're just going to start getting downloads about. You're just going to start like getting better at certain things, or all of a sudden new interests of yours are just going to pop up and you're going to start being floored by the idea. And when I mean floored, just following suit with all this compelled energy. And that's what's going to be enlightened to you. But where it's going to lead you and how positive, like how many different directions, yeah, I really feel like you are changing things up too for the better. Look at this triple lightning strike energy. Love that. 2 towers. I mean, come on, babes. You're changing things up. Whatever you're worried about that you're doing that's not going to make it, it's making a difference. It's making a difference. Positive change for the better with the Sun card, with the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Oh, forgot to look at the bottom of the deck for the Moon. Here we got the 4 of Pentacles. Interesting. Remember, did I not say 414 or like 410? 41 for you guys on my clock. Oh my gosh, that's wild. And 7 and 14. This is like a whole, love this corner. 4 is the number of stability, structure, and look at you peering through the perspective, peephole, at another structure. Like within a structure. Oh, this is wild. That's just wild. I'm a little still taken aback by the fact that I don't know if 410, 410 meant anything for anybody, and here we have 410 come out again. So I'm going to be highly inclined to say that those numbers do mean something for you. 410. What could they mean in regards to our reading? 4 to 10 weeks. Okay. Also, after the first 4 to 10 weeks, over the next 4 to 10 years, abundance is within the cards, within your future. Like that's what, wherever this is taking you is abundance. Oh. Holler at me some more. 2 suns. Wait, no. The sun and the moon? Oh, interesting. Yes, the sun and the moon. Actually, y'all, I'm taking a second because now we got all these planets. All right, well, I'll be doubly honest with you guys too. I didn't think it would mean anything, but I'm done judging what comes our way and I don't say it. So when I was also flipping through the guidebook for your calling card, I just like could not get to the page, which was like 97, which you guys were on. I just like couldn't get to it, like, because all I kept getting to was Pluto, there was Neptune, there was Uranus, like all of the cards, Jupiter, once again, like all those cards, pages in the book were just constantly flipping ahead. And I'm seeing here all these different planetary, I have to actually look because these are all with regards to the sun. And I need a little clarification because it's got to be the sun, 9 of clubs, clarity, simplicity, new life. Okay, well, hey. Also, I'm going to read what they mean because if I'm going into the guidebook to differentiate what's going on here, yeah, because this is obviously the moon. This is the moon. So the moon is mystery, instinct, subtlety, 8 of hearts, 8, 7, 8, 9. That's interesting. 7, 8, 9, 10. Also interesting. Double kings. Didn't even notice that yet. There's just a ton going on for you guys in the most positive of ways. You guys could also be Leos or have Cancer somewhere in your chart. I'm getting fire and water energy. All right, what are you, buddy? They're all sun cards, right? Holy cow. Holy shit, the star. Yo, the star card. Hope and healing. Yo, the star card. Okay, That's crazy. I'm so sorry for taking 5 literal hot minutes to get to the point here, but you guys got the moon, the sun, and the star card. Definitely practicing mages. Oh, okay. The synchronicities are going to start flowing your way that are going to start occurring in your life, guys, and the abundance is going to pour in. Just literally look into the act of surrendering and what letting God's will take place in your life looks like. A lot of that looks like meditation. There's a funny saying that they, how, life happens and everything grows, but nature's never in a rush. Like, it just happens. You don't have to really force it. It just works its way into existence. That's really the energy I'm getting, but holy cow, a lot of it. This is very interesting too, with the positioning of his hands with the cup. I'm feeling, yeah, it's very alchemist energy. You guys are alchemizing your dream reality. Okay. We got the numerological synchronicity and abundance chapter over here. Whew. The stars are aligning in your favor. I feel called to say that too with, wow, 3 terrestrial planetary presences in this deck. You got the also one synchronicity, Uranus and the star are both Aquarius. 3 synchronicity. We have 3 kings. The King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. So you guys, those are all court cards. I almost don't even know what to say because these cards just profoundly speak for themselves. Oh, effortless abundance, man. And the Queen of Swords. Okay. My mages, my magicians, and my mystics, please buckle up. Buckle up for the new life. That is immediately what you get from this. That's one of the descriptions in this card. That's going to be illuminated for you as you are illuminating as well. You are shining. You're having these positive thoughts right now. You're speaking to yourself in a positive way. You're speaking the truths to the world. You're also co-creating with spirit right now. You're being inner peace is heavily on your is just heavily your agenda, not on your mind. Whew. And you're going. I want to say though, yeah, I want to say 7 to did I say 7? 4 to 10 months. I don't want to say this is something you're going to immediately start seeing too, by the way, to get back to the topic of the reading, because Pentacles and Cups energy, which we got more heavily predominant Pentacles energy. We got Wands. So this can happen as fast as you want, but I urge you to keep in mind that anxiety is the thief of our blessings. Anxiety is the thief of our dreams. So keep that in mind as you go about doing a bomb-ass job, disciplining that mind. You know, the brain and the mind are of separate entities, and they need, when you are the master of, the mind masters the brain, the most powerful tool you can have in your tool chest, okay? I have a few more cards here that did come out that like flopped. Wow, lots of Cups energy. Did we not get the 5 of Cups already? I feel like I saw that, yeah. That did come out right there. So we're gonna put that down. We got the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups came out for the first pile, and I feel, ooh, you guys recovered from something big, but dang, you are on a spiritual journey right now with this High Priestess because of what you healed through. This is confirmation you guys have, you have done a very good job of healing, and because of that, you're going to continue to step into your power, your magical powers. Maybe they be in the laboratory, maybe they be in the apothecary, maybe they be out in the fields of the actual like field work, you know, or garden work. But I want to also say Leo and Aquarius, Cancer energy is high right here. All right, so overall summation, positive reading. I don't even feel called to pull the other pile's decks, the Wandering Star, because this is just as positive as it gets. This really is as positive as it gets, and the synchronicity is even higher urges of that. Another fun fact, guys, so when I was going through your oracle deck for the Magic Tree Oracle, which we love, when I was cleansing and shuffling before your deck, first of all, a lot of cards just kept wanting to come out. It was not the cleanest of shuffles I've ever done, which speaks to the energy of the decks. The messages just really wanted to come out, and I could see why. Spirit really wants to hit you up about your blessings right now, and that's ever the best thing, right? Same thing with this one. And one came out that I felt compelled to keep. I just couldn't not put it back. And it was the Strawberry Tree. Rare gifts. Yeah. Your talents. And I'm compelled to say talents. I'm compelled to say 5. 5 skills of yours that you're going to be embarking on, and they're going to be changing your life. And one of them I can tell is magical, like alchemical, scientific, speaking too, I'm getting the sense of, but you're spiritually aligning. Okay, so when the seeds fall, they return home to their true essence. Yeah, your soul is awakening right now. So that's definitely going to awaken a lot more talents that your soul's always had that maybe you suppressed in this lifetime for different reasons or another to fit in. But you're no longer concerned with the outer world. You're concerned with succeeding and fulfilling yourself, filling your cup so that you can flourish, right? Your true essence brings return and reintegration of spirit to spirit. Very interesting. Yeah. And then this other card that showed itself was so funny. He really was, because I didn't even see him come out, but he was just sitting right in front of me as I was just about ready to like start your reading. And this one was the Tree of Heaven. Aspiration. By good golly gee, if that's not a gift from above, prayers being answered, look at this. Handing down all this abundance that's going to unfold around you. God's will here is ever so present, and once again, the Tree of Heaven. Number 1, aim high, gifts of heaven will be granted to you. Dream, plan, and believe. All right, so these came out as I was shuffling for your pile. I don't usually take cards that come out. Usually not a lot of cards do come out. These decks just really wanted to have a different say when it came to you guys, pile number 2, which I'm all about. I'm not going to ever question or judge, right? The messages that want to come out. It's my job to interpret them. Your guys' job just to follow your soul, seek them out, and be true. Be true to your heart. So this is your reading, pile number 2. It's heavenly sent, heavenly blessed. Just expect the best, okay? So for now, pile number 2, I'll catch you guys in the next reading. Ciao. Hello, pile number 3s. Welcome. Seriously, welcome to your reading. For your calling card, you guys picked, in regards to your blessings, the Drowned King, Rex Marinus, right? So I immediately get from this card throat chakra. Throat chakra is your voice, your communication skills are on point. Whether you believe that or not, you should start believing that, creating that reality for yourself, because that's going to come very easily, very quickly for you. The blue is just profound all over this. I'm also kind of getting like a little bit of martyrdom and victimization, and you feel a little wronged, or a lot of it wronged in life, because you believe you're of a quality of a person, quality substance, which that belief is completely accurate. But from one manifestor to another, really urge you, I highly implore you to drop the victim perspective, drop the victim act, because that really doesn't help. You know, like, your life is a mirror of your internal reality. Your external reality is that mirror, right? And just like tarot is a reality reflection of what's going on internally or spiritually, it's a mirror. So once you understand that, and that was hard for me to understand at first, because it's like, whoa, how is this something that I wanted in my reality? But it essentially is. And once you can get past that, you can have more of a reality that doesn't create where you're the victim of it, right? Life happens for you, not to you. Believe in your greatness, because you guys have a lot of very powerful things to say. With the Drowned King, you're going to be rising to the top. I see these gold bubbles, like, kind of in water, a lot of bubbles, really. Oops. All around, but just a lot of floating to the surface. So I don't get the sense that you're going to remain a victim much longer. And I say that with the kindest of touch, I hope, because, you know, I'm Aquarius, air sign, I don't have the best of that. So I apologize if I don't, but I really hope that you hear that message, because that's something that's coming through for you guys. It's something that's really going to help once you just drop the victim act. And I know it's not easy, and I know everyone does it, I know. But rise above, right? And that's what you're going to be doing here. That's a blessing for you guys, to have that type of clarity about yourself and your reality, and the amount of power you have to create the reality that you want. And I see a lot of that happening through your vocalization. Okay, so congratulations on that awareness, pile number 3, right off the bat. Now for the Drowned King, I'm going to be reading straight from the book, and I want to also mention that the page that I flipped to was initially glass, which kind of also gives me that, like, weak, fragile sense of self right now, which is totally okay. I'm going to urge you guys to take that next step further and start saying the kind words that nobody said to you, or the kind words that you wish people said to you, to yourself, right? Start putting into self-love. That's the best step forward you can take in any situation. And I'm getting the sense that you guys are feeling a bit fragile right now, left wounded by a situation. And that I am very sorry for, that situations like that have left you feeling that way. But that's how you're going to be able to step out of it, okay? All right, so the 3 words actually here associated with the Drowned King are ego collapse, losing face, and humility. Oh my gosh. You guys, there's an Aquarius symbol at the bottom, and there's water and king. That's so funny. So you guys might be Aquarius. You might also have water signs. So that's Scorpio, Cancer, and it's Pisces. Holy cow. I couldn't remember that. Sorry. In your chart right now, and that's interesting, ego collapse, right? Maybe your ego is feeling a little bit fragile after a certain situation, or a few certain situations. Definitely that's the vibe. All right, so in alchemy, the archetype of the king is often used as a symbol for the ego, the aspect of the self that is attached to its title, name, and identity. It is said that the Drowned King is a required phase in the process of transformation. Yeah, and I'm getting that with humility. Look, it happened for me. Oh my gosh, it's 4:44 on the clock at the time right now as I'm filming this. So this process for you is divinely guided. That's clearly what 444 angel number means. And I want you guys to know that doesn't, like, angels have been with you throughout this whole process. And it's not as bad as it could have been, because angels have been with you, and they want you to know that this is for your best interest, because it's your best growth is going to come out of this. And these types of things aren't going to happen ever again. Once you stand up and realize, you take away, you learn, and you don't create the same mistakes. So that's that type of clarity that's coming through for you. Angel number 444 again is the time on the clock that I'm on my stove right now. So yeah, just want to point that out. All right, only through dissolving who they thought they were is the king able to become who they are destined to be. Very royal energy right here too. I know you guys believe that there is something deep down inside you very special. There is. If no one's told you that yet, I'm here to tell you, Spirit wants you to know that you are significantly special, significantly important. to what's going on Earth, you can affect change, okay? This is where transformation, these types of situations unfold for our better interests, because when we get uncomfortable, it urges us to change things. It urges us to grow. This type of stuff does have to happen, but don't let it deteriorate who you know you are inside. Just be about it. Just go about it in a humble way, right? So, royal regal energy for sure. Only through dissolving who they thought they were is the king able to become who they are destined to be. A kind and benevolent leader. Dun dun. Yeah, with Aquarius symbol here at the bottom, there's definitely a star quality about you. And through your voice, speaking with your voice, speaking up about things that are truths to you, you are going to really help elevate other people's lives and your own. That's a blessing. That's a serious blessing, guys. Wow. Congratulations. How does the drowning occur? Not voluntarily, that's for certain. Through circumstances beyond their control. Wow. We already had the angel presence in this reading with the 444. So through circumstances beyond their control, the king is brought to their bottom, to their knees. When this card appears, expect a huge blow to the ego, but impactful enough that it causes one to turn their life around, prioritizing grace over greed, benevolence over brutality, sovereignty over selfishness. The drowned king eventually resurfaces as a fully changed and benevolent being. Wow, to ponder is the thought of the power of benevolence, the power of kindness. I'm being shown mentally the card of strength, which is the woman with the infinity sign who's kindly and with her grace and compassion seducing this, what's considered the king of the king of the jungle, the lion, who's also not the easily most tameable, but through kindness, that's done, right? By what would be considered the more docile gender, right? Most men, it's a female doing it, beyond others' expectations. So it's wildly, yeah, love that. Love that for you guys. I really do. I really, really do. So water is the main mechanism for the dissolution of the ego. Although the king may kick and scream all the while, eventually their new mantra will be, go with the flow. I'll be honest, I've had very similar experience to you guys. I really have. I feel really called to when and if I do post a life, like my own personal life story video, and just like, I urge you guys to watch that. Keep an eye out for that, because you will find a lot of similarity in my story and yours. Okay, so the last piece that this page has is the drowned king prevents tyranny and redistributes power. We all must experience this energy from time to time to stay balanced. Wear it like a badge of honor. All right, so that is the drowned king for you guys. Let's get to your cards. I'm using right now the illuminated playing card / imposed upon tarot deck, which I love because for synchronous purposes, when the same cards pop out, then from 2 different decks, the moon and the sun deck, it's a wild time. It's really fun for me too. I enjoy it. Okay. Getting a little choppy here. All right. So, Spirit, what are pile number 3's concurrent blessings, as specific as we can be? How many blessings, and when can pile number 3 expect to enjoy them in this 3D? Interesting. All right. So I like to read the cards, by the way, as well. I like to leave them face down because I don't have any judgment before I start placing them, but when they come out not upside down, I will take them. This is fascinating. Death card in reverse, which is also the 4 of Swords, and the 4 of Diamonds, which is the 4 of Pentacles. And what do we have here? 2 4s. Guys, how many times did I, yeah, okay. I'm not going to talk about the angel number time that I saw, because now we have 4 4 once again showing face forward. All right. Guys, look up what the angel number 44 or maybe 4444 means, and I will stop saying the number 4 after this because I might be over speaking it, but it's seriously, this card wanted to come out too. He flipped over. It's seriously relevant for all of you. Okay, another one wanted to flip over. Flipped over. Swords on swords. No more brutal truths, I'm getting. These truths aren't going to be hitting you brutally. These truths are going to be used effectively in your power. And also funny how the Queen of Swords is a profound speaker. A wise, wisdomous, knowledgeable speaker. And you can only speak so truthfully if you've experienced the truth firsthand. I'm being called to say that in a very pronounced way, but that is the Queen of Swords, throat chakra energy, throat and heart chakra combined energy, and that is definitely the initial feels and vibes from you guys here. Pile number 3. Woohoo! So you're going to be really speaking. People are really going to be hearing what you have to say. Yeah, and we got the World. What you are going to say is going to change the world. And we have the number 10, which is completion. Yeah, dang. Maybe using your feminine energy to effectively, and stepping into your feminine energy, your divine feminine energy is what I'm trying to say. Using that to your best growth and development here. Okay. Let's put that there. We got Skippy over here with the Earth. Got him and her. Alright. Alright, sorry guys. My phone cut out because we're on low battery. Alright, regardless. We will make this reading happen. So, we have right next to the Queen, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, which is the number 10, right? So the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups right over the world, or dang, they put the Wheel of Fortune on the 10 of Cups. That's wild. That's even more powerful, essentially, for this card deck. Over the world. Oh, guys, you are getting recognized for your profound speaking communication talents. Wow, that's interesting. Y'all might be coming into contact with your soul family because that's a really profound message that's been hitting home and across the board for all of our readings here. For this, for all the piles in this reading, let me speak. And yeah, it's just pretty amazing to see. We have here the 3 of Wands. Very interesting. Yeah, you're building something. Oh, 2 queens right next to each other. What? The Wheel of Fortune right next to the Queen of Pentacles. So abundance. Abundance is a blessing in itself. Abundance is in the present moment too. All around you. Right? Just close your eyes and listen to your heart about it. I'm getting that heart chakra energy too, which we got the throat and the heart chakra. 3D success. This reality's success. What you're putting in efforts right now, but I'm not getting like you have to put in the hardest efforts anymore. Like your angel team is with you right now. They've always been with you, but they're very much trying to make their presence aware so that you can utilize them and lean on them. They want you to lean on them. And they don't want this life to be harder for you anymore. Have you ever heard of the law of divine compensation? If you haven't, I urge you guys to look it up because that's what I'm getting from this 3 of Wands right now, where you're putting in work to create this best reality for yourself, this recognized reality, this abundant reality. That's in the cards for you. That's in your future for the blessings coming forward. But you're not going to have to work that hard for it. All right? Hear me now. That's definitely the message. Oh, I love this. Oh. All right. So over here, Ace of Swords and another, oh gosh, 10 of Pentacles. 10 on 10 on 10. We got 3 10s in this reading and 2 aces. So it's not even initiate level. Life has taught you so many skills. You just have to look at, maybe look back at your past, or just look at who you are currently today, and you are a skilled master human being on quite a few things, I'm getting told, because you don't just succeed in life this much at just one thing. Life is a success overall for somebody as such as you. I just love the artwork too on this card, this Ace of Swords, with that diamond of knowledge right here going on. In the center, like balanced in the center of that sword. And then you have this mirroring effect going on. You got the 10 here of Pentacles. So portal energy. Stepping into a new reality energy. Strongly. Ooh. The Jack of Diamonds. Now this is kind of like initiate energy. You guys, interesting that I felt, you guys might be looking into manifestation. You guys might be looking into scripting right now and utilizing that as a tool for you in this co-creation of this new reality that you guys are going about. I think you guys are realizing too that life has taught you what life has taught you has left you pretty, a significant impact on you, and left you with some pretty cool truths that not everyone gets to have. Like, not everybody gets to see the world with such clarity as you do now. And you're trying to use that to your advantage, and good for you. Like I said, look up the law of divine compensation. Okay, pile number 3s. Oof. Master manifestors. That's a skill. That's a solid blessing. Okay, so I feel compelled to tell you guys the story of when I was a little girl. When I was a little girl, and Aladdin was a thing. This was what, 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, and everyone used to be like, "Oh, wish upon a star," like genie in a bottle type of wish styles. Like, what would you wish for if you got 3 wishes? And I'm like, I would wish for a piece of paper that everything I write down on it magically comes true. But I'd have to be like pretty clear as to what it is, because like, God forbid, what I write I don't like. It was just like one of those types of things. And I feel compelled to tell you guys this story. I was maybe like 6, 7 years old when I had that. And I was like, I saw the stacks of like these magical papers, and I could just write whatever I wanted. I'd have infinite wishes that way. And I only need to take up 1 wish. I can give the other 2 wishes away. Master manifestors, you guys are realizing that that's a truth. Like, you can literally write your heart's desire down. The universe will just pick up that desire that you wrote down as clear instructions for what you want, and boom, that's what you get. So really cool, guys. Really, really cool. And we have the spade, the Jack of Spades, the Ace, the Page of Spades, the Page of Swords. Oof. Excuse me. Interesting, this truthful energy. Very interesting that we're getting from you guys. All right, so in congruence to the blessings that are unfolding for pile number 3, you're going to be recognized. Something that you're saying is going to be propelling you forward, but a lot of just stepping into your new reality and what you're saying about it is like the odds are ever in your favor. With the Wheel of Fortune right next to what you're saying is going to leave you very fortunate, very abundant, highly abundant, what you're saying. And maybe you're going to be helping other people get through life's most toughest experiences. And I mean, gosh, does the world need more people like you? Maybe helping people in jail even. And you're just going to even further nourish your soul by doing something like this. And it's just going to further nourish your reality that you're in, making you believe of the abundance around you, seeing it and believing it really. And that's just going to, it's just like a compounding effect. One abundant occurrence led to another that leads to just like the Garden of Eden around. With the world, it's a highly recognizable quality of yours. With this too, you not only master manifest, you guys could be writers, writing a book. I see for you is in the very prominent future. But all right, for time, Spirit, with all these tens, maybe we could say 30 days, so 1 month. We could say 4 months, but I'm also getting called to say the next 3 months are going to be a lot of structural foundation building, and maybe it's going to do with self-love. You're going to take some strong actions towards that, making self-love a part of your day, putting it into your schedule, realizing your talents, that you're a writer, realizing that you're a profound speaker, realizing that you might just be a little bit more intuitive than you realize too. I said realize twice in that sentence, apologies for that. And yeah, I get that with the 3 here, because this is foundational and building of, so for sure. There's just a lot of that energy in that, right? All right, so, and then after the first 3 months, maybe the next 4 to 10 months are going to really start to, your reality is really going to start to match how you feel and what you believe inwardly in the most abundant and positive way, okay? So pile number 3, I also have this Magic Tree Oracle deck, right? For some last special messages from Spirit with regards to the timing and the amount of blessings, or what kind of blessings will unfold for pile number 3. But I mean, pretty prominently, we've already had quite a few synchronicities occurred here. So whatever you guys are doing, you're on the right path in life, and you're following your heart, you're following your soul's purpose. Like when you dream of something, you're supposed to have that. That's why you dream of it. That's your soul speaking to you directly about what your future should look like. I don't care how crazy it may be. That's what it should look like. Straight up. Make it happen. And when you have this many synchronicities, it's just Spirit confirming the alignment of you making that happen. All right. So I get the sense that with the, I've been shuffling this deck for like a minute now. Wanted to say that you guys aren't believing so much in this for yourself, but that's okay. Just, I was and still am essentially a recovering pessimist. That's all good. Keep that in mind, that you are recovering in progress, not perfection. You guys got 4. Holy cow. 4 different kinds of blessings. All right, we have the cypress tree, equilibrium. The maple tree, acclaim. With the world card and acclaim. Root chakra healing. Align yourself with some red jasper. That's going to help you guys. There's not many red trees in these decks, so when a red tree comes out in this deck, I mean, take heed to take notice of that color. So root chakra. We have the lime tree, happiness. Yeah, well, hey, 10 on 10 on 10 in abundant form, queens. You guys are really seeing that in your reality. Oh, and the red butterfly. Look at that. Number 33. Right over the numbers 44. Okay. The mahogany tree, confidence. And we have another butterfly right next to each other, transformation. Yeah, new life, guys. Be patient with the techniques that you're imparting into your day-to-day. Be patient. Release expectations, but just really also not only work on patience, work on self-love, and work on releasing the pessimism and start working towards believing, right? And soon it will be as easily to believe that you deserve the best rather than it's easy to believe that you are a victim of your reality, right? Okay. Pile number 3. It was an absolute pleasure to have you guys here. I will catch you in our next reading. And until then, ciao. Bye. Hello, pile number 4s. Welcome to your reading. All to do with however many blessings that are coming into your life and when you can expect to enjoy them. So for your calling card, you guys picked Enya Stone, which is it's just an ocean stone that I collected a couple weekends ago from New York. And it's so beautiful, so radiant, definitely solar chakra, solar plexus, all that good stuff. Anyway, you guys picked the sun and this ocean stone with what looks like the number 1. So I can tell a lot of brilliance and shining, a lot of radiant energy that you are shining from within to the outward. That's definitely the vibe. You guys also might be utilizing the planets right now, and I'm getting very called to look up the 8-8 portal that's happening in the next couple days, because I'm going to be posting this on, or I'm filming this on August 6th of 2022. So keep that in mind too. There's going to be a lot of shifts and change to do with that for the rest of 2022. This Lionsgate portal, as us spiritualists and mystics are calling it, is going to have a huge effect on the next days to come following for your future. That just hit me. So yeah, I want to share that for you guys. I'm also going to read what the sun means in regards to its guidebook. So page 8, flipped right open to it. Okay, so expression, vitality, and identity. You guys also could be Leos or fire signs, so also an Aries and a Sag. I'm getting heavy fire energy too. And you're coming to utilize your fire talents, your fire gifts that are just innately natural to you in this lifetime. And that's just an identity and an expression, comfortability with getting there, right? Each morning, the sun graces the night sky, summoning the dawn. Such is the energy of the sun card. With its arrival is an activation and a presence of vitality of new beginnings. It is said that the sun is linked to the hero archetype. You guys are on a hero's journey, that's for sure. And the yang dynamic in Chinese alchemy. Through the sun's radiance, we are inclined to see ourselves fully and establish a sense of who we are. We gain confidence and clear vision. In its light, we are assured that we too have an important role in the world. Associated with masculine dynamics, the sun card certainly carries a risk if not kept in check. So remember, the sun never actually sets. It's the earth that pivots away. Assesses whether it's time for you to awaken more fully or turn away and rest. Sunburn also humbles us all. All right, some thoughts to ponder is the birth of the suns. A go deeper comment here is read the poem Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. Okay, some of the sidebar comments as well are consider how reliable the sun is. It does the same work every day. In what way can you be more consistent in your rhythms? How reliable are you? And when the sun cards appears in a reading, think of it as a tone setter for the rest of the cards. I mean, this is a calling card too, the very first card to come forward for your reading, so that's always going to be true on any calling card, but for that to be mentioned once again, it lightens the scene, bringing energy and clarity to the entire reading. Whew. I'll be honest, when I was flipping through this, I flipped right to the sun. So there is an eminent clarity coming to you very soon. Could be as soon as the moments of the now with the 1 card, okay? And 2 days from now is the Lionsgate 8-8 portal. Ooh, very powerful. This is very powerful for you guys. Okay, so I also did a little pre-shuffle of your cards. We're using the illuminated playing card deck / tarot imposed upon the playing cards. I absolutely love this deck, and I use both the moon and the sun for clarity purposes, or for synchronicity clarities, right? So the same cards, just different illuminated colorings. And then I also did something a little different for you guys. I pulled a few cards, I shuffled a few cards out for this urban tarot deck that I have, which is also based on New York City. So the artist based in New York City. And I believe it took him about 18 years, I feel called to say, which I also collected this stone in Long Island, New York City on the beaches. So very interesting, but definitely an inner brilliance that's shining from within, and the world is recognizing it. It is Leo season right now, so happy birthday to any Leos watching. But now let's get into the reading. Interesting. we have the Four of Cups, also the Four of Hearts, as it would be. And I like how usually this card represents like a person sitting in front of three cups. Oh my goodness. And they're just not really filled. They're like upside down, right? Nothing really good is happening there. And she can't see, or the person peering cannot see this hand handing them the actual answer, the actual blessing. But what's interesting with this card is her eyes and her peripheral, she sees the blessing. Maybe there's not a smile on her face yet, but you're sensing that there's a change occurring in the energies of the reality around you. Your life is changing and you're getting it. And this blessing is coming to you within the next 4 days, right? This new truth, this new idea, this aha, right? This clarity. And we got the Two of Swords. So this indecision from this clarity is going to be coming true out, is going to happen from it. And we have 2. So 2 to 4 days. The next 2 to 4 days. Well, that's interesting once again, because 8, yeah, okay, you guys know. You guys know that day is coming up in 2 days. So after the 2 days, I feel called to say that this even further clarity confirmation, because this is reversed, the Two of Swords, which you just can't see, you're blindfolded, but that's not the case for you upcoming, right? Okay, very good. Oh, wow. 11, 11. 4 of Wands and 6 of Cups. Fours, now 6. And you have 2 happier faces. 2, yeah, interesting. But we have also the 4 Wands. So there's a wish fulfillment, whatever wishes, whatever dreams you had on this path, you're at the end of the path. The sun is now also in this picturization, and the journey has been ventured. Wow. So expect your blessings soon, babes, very soon. And whatever wishes you were dreaming of, whatever visions of yourself you had, yeah, those are the truths that are going to be coming clear for you. And it's interesting that the 2 Moon cards, which Moon is heavily intuition based, is 2 Cups cards as well. So intuitive gifts are becoming more profound for you as well. Oof. Ace of Spades, Ace of Swords. This is probably one of my favorites because I just love the imagery, and I love all of the ornate floral design that's going on. Clarity, a lot of clarity coming through for you. Ooh, and the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Hearts. Is this also in the blue? Yeah, this is in the Moon deck as well. So all the Moon deck cards have shown so far. Cups. That's very interesting. Celebration is going to be in your future as well. I feel called to like put it with this guy, like near, especially because 3 is before 4. So interesting that we're in lower numbers. We have like 6 is the highest number. So that just gives me the essence of the soonish. That's very prominent here. Oh, more 4s. Okay. We love that. Death. New beginnings is really, and I love this death card too, because there's the calla lilies, there's the flowers, and even the skull is ornately decorated. Such a beautiful card. And even the skull's like smiling. Skulls can't smile, but in this card, it can. So this change is bringing you a happy, you're going to be celebrating it. You're going to be enlightened. There's going to be a lot of clarity coming for you. And I feel like 3 distinctive, life-changing blessings with these sharp truths in this ethereal air. They're going to be illuminated for you. Skills about yourself. 3 distinctively different skills that are going to be, profound to the rest of the world. But I feel like they're going to just float into your existence that you're going to be aware of. Maybe you are currently aware of, but definitely if you're not, pay attention to what thoughts pop into your head and what dreams come into your head in the next 2 to 4 days. Seriously, pile number 4. This is a quick one. And then take action on it, which with some of the Wands energy already present, with all this fire energy, Aries are the inclined take action sign. So also fire sign. I'm getting that. I'm definitely getting that. So also, if you want to think about any dreams that you've been wishing for, 1111 is that. Okay, well, here we go. The Therapist, Queen of Cups, interesting. So for the Urban Tarot deck, we got the Therapist, the Queen of Cups, and the Prince of Discs, the Day Trader. I want to also call to you guys that I looked, the bottom of the deck is also Two of Swords, but in this depiction, in this tarot deck, it means peace. And I love to point out that there's the Sun, once again, illuminating clarity with the Sun card on this situation, with the Two of Swords and the other tarot card upside down. Yeah, I hope you guys understand what that means at this point, because you are being illuminated. These truths are coming through for you. There's no further discernment is not the right word, but that's the word that wants to come to my mind. There's no more indecisiveness that's not going to be a part of your thing. So you guys might be you might be stepping into your role. You might be graduating school soon. That might be coming true for you. You might be studying the human mind. You're also studying, another message for some of you could be that you're into Bitcoin. I'm sorry, I'm not, so that's why I say it like that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, because he's flicking the coin, this Mr. Day Trader, but Prince of Discs. So there's at least one of these ideas that's going to come to you. You're going to take financial gains in action, steps forward about. And maybe you're also going to be stepping up as the role as somebody comes to you, and you're going to your presence is therapeutic to other people. That's another blessing of yours, right? And you're somebody who knows how to navigate financial systems. Whether you may not be that person yet, but a little bit of research very little bit will go a long way for somebody like you with this card coming up. I mean, he's also, the carpet he's standing on is dollar bills. So, financial ventures ahead. This clarity is definitely going to help you realize your next path forward for your career. That's going to, like, maybe whatever career you're in, you're going to make the right decision that's going to financially reward you. So keep that in mind, but this is an idea that's going to come to you soon. So pay attention to what you guys are thinking. Whew, okay. So here with the Four of Diamonds, it's definitely another card that gives me the vibes of, he's got a little crown on, so it's prince-ish vibes, but the Four of Pentacles is just like foundational. You're very cool. Like at the original Four of Pentacles, he has the coin held in his chest. There's one above his head and there's two at his feet. And I get that like coin held close, like this idea you're going to be holding close to your chest type of, and it's interesting. She has 3 cards for the Jack of Spades, which is the Page of Swords. No, it's not the Page. It's the Knight of Swords. Yeah, the Knight of Swords, which is also fast energy. And this card also, look at how she's holding it close. And there's three cards. The winning hand. You're holding the winning hand. You're gonna get it. The 3s. Yeah, I'm getting the 3s. 3, 3. Okay. When you got also 4, 4, 4 in this reading as well, heavily. Everything comes in 3s. Sometimes you may be the believer of that phrase. Well, these ideas, these blessings are coming in 3s, and they are going to be the winning hand. Maybe it's one idea you go with, maybe it's all 3. But definitely keep that in mind. All right, so for the bottom of the deck, yeah, for the Moon card, once again, the Moon deck, the High Priestess, the 2 of Diamonds, which I find interesting that was the artist's choice to put the High Priestess on the 2 of Diamonds. But the High Priestess is all about something hidden, right? It's just truths that sometimes are just not meant to be known. You just gotta trust them. But with the Pentacles, that might be referring to some truths about these truths, these blessings that you're being given, these golden ticket ideas. There's some truths about them that you don't know yet. Like, they really are out of the blue type ideas. So don't judge whatever you think, you know? And at the bottom of the deck here, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Wow. For the Sun. Yeah. That build it energy, that foundational grounding energy. And we just literally only have, like, besides this 1-6, what does that mean? It might be because there's 2 faces kind of welding into one here. There might be a love, a soulmate that is coming soon in the horizon that you just don't see yet either, because it's the Moon card from the Moon deck. So you're just not, by aligning yourself with your true life's purpose, by following your soul's goals, that's only going to align you exactly further with your soulmate. If you guys are single, or if you guys are just looking, you're just not in that soulmate relationship yet, that's definitely down the line for you. Whew. And that's just why maybe this isn't a longer future, maybe 6 months I'm getting. But everything here, every realization, every awakening, every skill development, all these 3 blessings are happening within the next 4, these realizations, 4 days. I'm really getting the urge of that. There's a lot of quick energy here. And watch how it takes place. Watch how if you trust these energies, if you trust these ideas, if you trust this motivation that comes, this excitement that you get when you think of this idea, like, oh, that's possible. Yeah. Wow. Things are going to look bright for you quite quickly. Quite quickly. I'm not only getting Leo energy, but I'm getting Taurus energy too. From this reading, you guys might be a Taurus, a Leo. Yeah, that's all I'm getting. That doesn't mean if you're not, like, this isn't your reading. That just means that's the energy that you might be stepping into, right? We can all, if we're not Leos, we can all take on a little shine brighter energy that the Leos are so gloriously great at naturally. Okay, so the last cards we're going to pull for you guys, oops, that's the card, is from the Magic Oracle Guidebook, or the Magic Tree Oracle. And these are some final blessings that have to do with pile number 4's, right out the gate. Okay, pile number 4's blessings. And the timing to be 4 and 3, those numbers once again. Love that. We get the peach tree and pleasure. When the fruits fall to return to the earth, it is sweet and soft. So will it be for you. Wow. The peach tree. That's very, I'm pretty sure it's like in the summer is peach season, like when they're ripe. So, for you guys, just a fun fact to consider. I'm going to actually read what number 43, the peach tree, stands for. Peach tree is a symbol of eternal youth and wealth, forecasts great emotional happiness and financial riches for you. Fruits of past labors are ripe and ready to pick before they spoil, so that's like soon, once again, because the peach expresses the birth of ideas, something begun in the spring. And when this delicate blossom appears, could come to fruition in the fall. Interesting. A timing was actually dedicated in this reading. Okay. Very interesting. So maybe even the next 3 months, there's going to be a drastic transformation in your reality. Yeah. Major blessings, guys. This is a lot of high-key, positive energy. The oval leaves pointed with notched edges symbolize taking small steps to achieve an aim. So past failure should not deter you. Your success is in rising anew. As the peach tree grows again from fallen fruit, this tree predicts all sweet gifts, enjoyment, luxury, and happiness for you. So all the different luxury and happiness for you. Definitely hear that twice. Anything you guys wish for, that is right around the corner. Please keep in mind, okay? Also, I like how the High Priestess hints at intuitive gifts as well. She's literally the most intuitive figure in all of tarot. She even trumps the Queen of Cups, right? So that's definitely a skill coming through. I think your financial knowledge is also going to be something that you'll savvily navigate with. Something that's not going to be a burden for you. Like if you are financially burdened at this time, that is not at this time anymore. You are quickly coming out of it. If you are graduating school, or you're going to be celebrating that, obviously, or if you are working, there's going to be celebration for your new ideas. You're going to be you're going to step into your positive asset mode at your career position, or you might take a whole new idea and just roll with it. I'm getting that with the Wands energy here too, being the 1111 card. So don't judge anything that comes and pops into your head. Keep an open mind. Pile number 4, but heavily predicted a very abundant time ahead in the very near future. And keep in mind that this month of August is going to be very transformative for you, and all that hard work you've been putting into yourselves and your environment, you've enriched it. All right, you've nourished it. And with this peach tree card, it's time to take those blessings now, like now. So keep in mind the next 3 to 4 months as well. Autumn season is naturally the time frame of harvest. Keep that in mind. Keep that in your hearts. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, and in God's will, let it be for you guys. Okay. Thank you so much. Pile number 4 was an absolute pleasure reading for you. I really look forward to having you in our next reading and reading your energies once again, because this is exceedingly positive. And if anything resonates, of course, hit up about it in the comments. If you have anything else that you guys see in these cards, I would love to hear about it too. And with that, I bid you guys adieu. Ciao.